Hey guys, not sure if I'm going to make this a video or not. I might just print the raw footage and just the cut scenes of what I'm doing, but I'm just working on the Optimus Prime. Autobots, roll out. It's pretty much a standard, I think it's going to be like a standard Bondi kit, so there's no real reason to just dig deep into it. You could, all the pieces are in color that they should be. You should be able to just snap this together, put it on the shelf, and be happy with it. But what fun is that? So I'm just gonna go on ahead and record some stuff and the progress I make real quick. I'm not gonna do a tutorial or anything on that. So anyway, there's only one red sheet. We're gonna get that primed and painted, and we'll move on. Okay, phase one complete, nothing fancy, white primer. Now we're going to shoot it with the red. We're going to go with the Wicked Colors Red. We started with a red piece of plastic, primed it white, and painted it red. We're going to do the same with the blue pieces. You almost want to say, well, that's kind of redundant, but it looks so much better with the paint on there. It doesn't look like a plastic toy. Off to paint. While we're waiting for the paint to dry, let's talk about paint for a second. In particular, airbrushes. This is the one I use. I use the Iwata TRN1 airbrush. This is such a great airbrush. It's got a great ergonomic grip. It's a great airbrush. The problem is I was a bad airbrush parent. What do I mean by that? I would paint like on the weekend, like on a Sunday night. I would paint knowing good and well I had to go to work in the morning. I'd paint and I would, rinse out the paint in the thing, set it off to the side, and go on with my day. Oh, I'll be back tomorrow. It might be 2 or 3 days when I get back to it. And what's the problem with that? When you get back to it, the paint's dried in the brush, and you end up spending 2 hours cleaning it out before you can even use it again. And I did that for a long time, and it just occurred to me that just clean the dang thing out when you get done using it. You're just going to have to stop a little bit earlier than you would have and take it apart, clean it, get all the paint out of it, and that way you're ready to get going the next time you're ready to paint or model build or whatever. What also helped is getting one of those ultrasonic jewelry cleaners. That helps a lot. Put the pieces in there, run it through a cycle. It helps loosen up the bits of paint that get stuck in there, and you end up still having to pick some of the pieces out if they've skinned over, whatever, but it's made all the difference in the world. So don't be a bad airbrush parent like me. By the old me, be a good airbrush parent like the new me. Now, back to the build. As I suspected, the build is much like any other Gundam or Bondi kit I've ever done. The black pieces here are for your joints. It's a more rubberized, flexible plastic that are going to be your elbows and your knees, which will give the unit a really good amount of posability. The instructions are very simple. It's broken down into several bits, much like the Gundam kits or the Bondi kits. Your body, your head, your left and right legs, your left and right arms. And then when you get to the back page, once you have all your pieces laid out there, you just put them all together. This would be a great kit to know with. Just complete your pieces and set them up for the final assembly. The tolerances are really tight. Once you cut your pieces free from the sprue, you need to follow up with the X-Acto knife. This is what I'm having trouble getting these two pieces together. One of the internal pieces I didn't cut off, trimmed the sprue off of it closely enough, and it would not fit together no matter how much I pushed. So I went back, cleaned it up real good, and there you go. It's gonna slide together. You're gonna hear that satisfying click, and we can move on to the next piece. Funny thing happened though. This was the night before Thanksgiving, and I ended up taking the kit with me to Thanksgiving dinner the next day. Everyone else was watching football and such, so I actually got the kit completed. Let's take a look. There you have it. It's awesome. I had my reservations at first, but it came out really well. A few key things. When I was building it, the arms were going together well. No big deal there. When I got to the head seemed a little bit small. But that's only because I was working on the arms, and then these shoulder pauldrons are so huge. I'm thinking, this head seems undersized for that. But like I said, once I got the complete head together, this could work. This could work. The only stickers, stickers are actually in the box. It's a sticker sheet, not a decal sheet. So you peel those off, and there's this Autobot symbol there and an Autobot symbol there. And I did this one first, had a little bit of trouble with it. I put it on the wrong side, so I had to peel it back off. I wrinkled the corner. Okay, and then once I realized, oh, this is how it goes, the second one went on perfectly. What else is there to say? Look at that. I'm going to let you get some better close-up pictures of it, but what I also tried to use was this Tamiya weathering kit, Tamiya Weathering Master. This is Kit C, and I used on the blade of his axe. Let's see here. Yeah. The highlights in silver. I used silver, and then on his gun a little bit I used the gunmetal. This is the first time I've ever used this product. It seems to work really well. I like how it really gave the accents to the axe on the edge, especially on the back side of this axe. Look at that. So he's superposable, elbows, stomach, knees. Great kit. Bravo. Can't wait to get the Bumblebee. So they do have like a star screen, which I wasn't too wild about, but then I saw they had a Megatron. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Those would make two great opposing shelf pieces. You could have them fighting on the shelf. The only thing with Megatron, he tends to be all gray, and that kind of seems not very exciting, but there again, look at Phasma. She's all chrome. So, anywho, this is what I did for Thanksgiving. Had a good time doing it. Had a good time with my family. And I did not build this at the table. You know how it is after dinner, and everyone's going to go to their respective corners and have their little chit-chats. I found a nice little real estate of table, and I sat down, and people came and went and ate their desserts and talked to me while I built and watched me build, and that was the thing. So I'm not some kind of Thanksgiving monster who just sequesters himself off in the corner and just has to build a model. Anywho, it's time to go build something. Happy Thanksgiving. Go build something and enjoy Optimus. Autobots, roll out. This is Optimus Prime. Some shall stand and some shall fall, and some shall subscribe to the mediocre modeler. Pew 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 pew.